Crowe Lease Accounting Optimizer for NetSuite, built for accountants by accountants, has recently released version 2. In this video, we will look to see what has changed, what has been enhanced, and how to use the new optimizer. First, let's cover the new functionality we have developed. After hearing from clients about more components that would enhance their experience, we have decided to provide the following new features in our version 2 release: processing multi-batch transactions, reversing a transaction, closing a lease, terminating a lease, creating a variable expense schedule, calculating the implicit rate, and including employee responsible and parent lease fields. With the Multiselect batch transactions, you now have the ability to select multiple different transactions at once for all the selected lease IDs or lease groups. To do this, follow the same steps as posting a transaction in version 1 by simply going to Background Processing and Lease Batch Job. The difference is now you can select multiple transactions and continue the rest of the steps as usual, and schedule the job to see all your transactions be posted in one simple click. Since some clients would accidentally post transactions erroneously, the Crowe Lease Accounting Optimizer version 2 has a transaction reversal function. To reverse a transaction, go to the lease version of the undesired transaction. Then click Edit and navigate to the schedule of the undesired transaction. Select the reversal checkbox on the line as well as the reversal checkbox in the head lease. Click Save. Now simply hit the reverse button on the head lease and the transaction will be reversed and no longer appear as posted in the schedule or in the transaction history. When all the lease's transactions have been posted, meaning all the schedule lines have been posted, the lease qualifies for status closed. To change a qualified lease's status, navigate to the lease batch job and select the lease. Then schedule the job. And now this lease has the status of closed. To terminate a lease, put the head lease in edit mode. Then navigate to the Actions dropdown and select Post Lease Termination. From here, the lease termination action will already be selected. Simply input the termination date and any unexpected termination fees. The lease ID will be already selected as well. Schedule job. You can now see the lease status has changed to close, and the right of use asset balance and liability balance are 0, as well as viewing the transaction here. Creating a variable expense schedule can be helpful for businesses that pay a specific amount based on the revenue that they intake. To create this schedule, edit the desired lease version. Then, navigate to the variable expense payment schedule. Input the desired amount and the % of expense applied. Now, select Save. This variable expense is now able to be posted along with your other lease transactions. Sometimes a client needs to use a rate implicit in the lease. This calculation can be very time-consuming and difficult. This rate can be calculated automatically by selecting the rate type as implicit rate. Upon saving the lease, the implicit rate will automatically be calculated based on the fair value and base rent summary. We have added the employee responsible and parent lease ID fields for record keeping, along with allowing users to set up alerts to be sent based on certain parameters to the employee responsible. Now I'm going to go over what has been fixed or improved. We have now optimized the posting process so that your business has the capacity for posting as many transactions as you would ever desire. You will not experience timeout or overcapacity errors again. We have improved some issues faced with calculations of adjustments, transaction history balances, and reports. This increased accuracy will relieve any stresses faced before. Foreign currencies can now easily be used in every transaction and report, as we have enhanced the feature to ensure accuracy. Lastly, we have increased the amount of editable fields to allow user flexibility, such as the ability to edit the vendor field if the vendor changes mid-lease. In the new version, the process for adjusting a lease has changed. When adjusting a lease and inputting the adjustment date, the base rent summary must start at or after the adjustment date. The same for the executory cost schedule. This is because the Crowe Lease Accounting Optimizer version 2 automatically adds any posted lines from prior version to this newly adjusted version. Here at Crowe, we are constantly trying to improve our products and satisfy client desires and market wants. If you are looking for a cutting-edge lease accounting solution or would like more information about the Crowe Lease Accounting Optimizer for NetSuite, please contact a member of the Crowe team.